last one and went through it, and it was like, how do I fix the echo? How do I fix the echo? How do I fix the echo? And I couldn't. So it's scrapped. And the funny thing is, Zach, that was like the first one. He said, "That's a really good podcast. You need to put that one up. Do you just want me to upload it?" And then you listen to it, and it's like, oh my god, it's fucking horrible. So we're talking. Did you find out how old Tom Brady is?
44. It took 2 seconds.
44.
But then you started having a meltdown again.
No,
with
the camera fucked up.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
It almost sounds like you like Tom Brady more than I do.
I don't.
I'd make out with Tom Brady if you were to come up to me and ask me to favor him. I wouldn't even give it a second thought.
Favor. What do you mean favor?
I have to have him drop trow, and I would service.
Yeah. You would mouth him.
Put that mouth to work.
Yeah.
That mouth ussy.
So my daughter asked me, well, how is he still such a good player? And I said, he gets injections. So what they do is in San Francisco, they suck blood out of teenage kids and babies. They suck their blood out, and they remove his blood, and they inject him.
Is that
with
adrenochrome? Isn't that the name
I can't
for
remember
it?
the name of it.
Hillary Clinton gets adrenochrome from infants. That's what they do with all the abortions, those late-term abortions. Like 9 months, pop the kids out,
Right.
boom, suck all the blood out. It's going into the elite.
So have you? Is this factual?
This is 100% factual, according to Facebook.
And there is no better resource that you can have than Facebook.
My only news source is the Fox News page on Facebook.
Why do you? Fox News has some real news sometimes.
Why don't they just blend the babies up? It
Well,
seems like we're wasting a lot of baby.
That does seem like a better idea.
Yeah.
So when
missing out.
we're talking like stem cells, they should take all of the baby when they do it. But we're a religious country, and we don't want that to happen, right?
Not like anything good can come from stem cell research. I feel like we should just scrap it. ALS, you said that, ALS kind of hits close to home. Not like we could make any sort of advancements towards Lou Gehrig's disease with stem cell research.
Yeah, my why is that? Why is that
out.
mouse so fucking loud? Jesus Christ, I can hear it all the way over here. It's probably echoing through the fucking podcast. I'm gonna have to scrap this podcast because the motherfucker click 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 click. Can't you just hit a button or something? He used to have this keyboard, so it was all metal. And when he'd play like Fortnite, all you'd hear was click 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 click. It was just stupid.
That's my buddy. Anytime I say something super dumb, you can just hear like aggressive clicking on the other side.
Right.
You know he's Googling it.
Seeing if you were telling the truth.
Yes, it's fantastic.
Yeah. Who is this guy? What's his name?
Cody.
Cody. Why are all Cody's douchebags?
This Cody,
You're not supposed to sit up straight. Your head's out of the fucking picture.
I need to cover my eyes so I can talk crap about him without him recognizing me.
Zach, you want to fix the camera?
No, Cody's a great guy. He's probably the funniest person I know. But he's, naturally funny. He doesn't try too hard like I do. I'm funny, more cringe than funny.
You can sit back up now. Let's shit on Cody.
We don't need to do that.
Didn't you have a friend named Cody?
Yeah.
And then he hopped in the van, and I told him, and this is a
He
true
was
story.
always so angry because it was back in the time of sagging skinny jeans.
And
He
what did
just
I
had
say?
His pants sagged.
I'm still wearing sagging skinny. This
I
is the time is now.
I told her friend Cody, I said, I don't want ass stains on my fucking minivan seats. Pull your pants up.
Bullying high schoolers.
Just pull your pants up. I don't want ass stains on my seat.
You got skid marks. You're gonna name them Cody.
He was a nice kid. He did have a hunchback though. Does your friend Cody have a hunchback?
No, he does not. Cody is a normal looking dude.
Really?
Yep. Very average looking. He looks like if you were to say, oh, you blend like 1,000 white people's faces together, it probably look like Cody.
Wow.
Yep.
That sucks.
it's very meaty. Well, I mean,
Go ahead and
Say,
say
like,
it.
he's
What
like a
quit
si-
being that way?
he's like a 7 out of 10. I'd kiss him.
No, you wouldn't. He's a mediocre. You're going to say he's very mediocre.
I wouldn't say he's mediocre. I would say that he's average looking. Is
Mediocre.
7 out of 10 average? That's I mean,
No,
5
5
out of 10 's average.
Yeah.
I feel like our perception of beauty is so skewed, though. So I mean, even a 7 out of 10 to us would be like a 3 in California.
Why is there so much? Like, I'm in the middle of the screen and I look at that, and like when I look at this, Zach, and I'm blinking, I'm just wondering why Paige is all the way to the edge, and Andrew has a bunch of gap there. Can you fix that, please?
No.
just. Oh God, our producer's got the
There it
fucking
is.
giggles. Oh, nice. Oh, that's
Oh,
beautiful. Thank you. Now we can
Jesus.
move on with our
How much weed did you smoke before the podcast, dude?
Oh God.
Yakking it up.
He's an Adderall or something. I don't know. He's a high school kid, so he's all fucked up. So I want to get back to this Hillary Clinton thing and her taking fucking baby blood and injecting it into herself.
Okay.
Is it baby blood?
Yeah.
It
I
is.
believe that is what adrenochrome is.
So this has been going on forever. So they've been doing this forever, thinking that it would actually help people.
Mm,
Because when your blood gets old, it gets old.
pump out the old, bring in the new.
Yeah, that's what you need to.
Tom Brady were like, "Hey, I need some of your blood. Would I give it to him? Absolutely." without
Yeah, you're
second
not young
thought."
enough though.
I'm not.
No, you're
I
getting to
would
the
need to be like 25 years younger.
when you get
to
to
be able to
18,
donate
you
some
start dying. Death.
That's 24. I thought it's 24. You start really you start losing more cells than you.
I don't
actually
think it
gain.
is. I think it's when you're like there, at a certain age, you hit like the bell curve. I think it was like 42 for me when I just like looked at myself in the mirror and went, "Oh fuck, you are fucking old."
42, which is a lot later than I'd imagine a lot of people.
I just think that's
Have
when
that
you're.
realization.
I just think that's when your body can't catch up and repair itself anymore, and then everything else. I'm just dying right now in this chair. My cells are just fucking imploding. My brain's gone and everything else. My drummer called me up today and said he had ALS, which was like, what the fuck?
You were like American Sign Language, ASL. you
That's-
said that wrong, ASL.
ASL.
Chris, you got ASL.
I did not say that. He seemed rather upset about it.
Hell yeah.
As one would be. What is
Well-
that, like a 2-year life expectancy?
He doesn't know for sure right now. So there's two types, and the type he's hoping that he has can be managed with medication. But if he has the real ALS, then he's just done.
Imagine getting ALS and it's the wimpy pussy ALS and like, hey, I have ALS, and you're not even gonna get like sympathy from other people because you have like a 10-year life expectancy.
Yeah. When I said to him that we're getting old, he goes, "I'm not fucking old," and I was like, "Yeah, kind of are.
He's not getting old.
You kind of are."
He's got 2-year stops.
Is this the time to text on the podcast?
It is.
Who were
I
you
got a
texting?
life.
You got a
Yeah, I
life.
got David. I got to text him.
What's up with David?
I was asking him when we're going to eat.
Are you hungry already?
No, I just like to know. I like to have my plans out
So
there.
she always gets like these wimpy boyfriends where she's the one that's in control of everything. She's like her father.
That's how Amanda is with me, absolutely.
Yeah.
For sure, we're not even married, but I asked to have a ring.
Oh, you got a ring now.
I've had this for like a year.
I have not seen it.
It is it's rose gold with the wood and opal inlay.
Fancy.
That's pretty fancy.
I don't remember how much it costs. You should
I'll
tell
look at
me.
it at work. That's fine.
Oh.
He doesn't want to
So
see
so
it.
does she have a promissory ring? An engagement ring?
She does have an engagement ring.
She does.
Yes. She probably won't watch this podcast, hopefully, because it's. I had it appraised for $3,500. It's a great looking ring. It is.
Mhm.
It is. I went to a place,
A place.
and yeah, the dumpster out back of a.
There's a fucking guy on the corner. I went to a place.
He
Applebee's.
had 6 of them around his penis, and I thought whatever one the shiniest one was, I'm
The
taking that
one the furthest up the shaft. That's the one I
Is it?
want. So then he had to pluck him out over the head.
Yep.
You son of a bitch. Just take the
Took
one
gre-
closest to my
the
fucking ring.
greasiest one. That one wasn't as shiny.
My balls are fucking shining it up.
It's nice. It's nothing huge, but it's it definitely sparkles from across the room.
Wow.
It was the prettiest one that I saw
Right.
for sure.
And she's happy with it. Wears it all the time.
Yes,
Wow.
she wears hers a lot more than I wear mine because I have some. I am a little bit allergic to
Yeah.
metals, nickel, and all that. So if I wear it for an extended amount of time, I start blistering up.
So my wife, hers,
Aversion.
we got hers at this place called Harry Ritchie's, and when we were 20 years old, and Harry Ritchie's is like, I don't know, it's one step above a pawn shop. It's what it is. So it was like for the full set, it was like $300, and we had to do it on credit when we were in our 20s. $300, and she wore that forever, but her fingers started growing. So she had. She's starting to get arthritis in her fingers, and it grew up so much that I had to take a Dremel and cut it off her.
Okay, sweet. And she had you do it.
She had me do it.
trusted you enough with a Dremel.
Yeah.
To chop that ring off her
I'm
finger.
actually kind of handy. I built these rooms. Look at them; they're fantastic. Do you think you
Okay.
could build these rooms?
Absolutely not. you knew the answer before you even asked.
No,
it,
you could do it.
douchebag.
You simply could.
I've never hung up a square of drywall in my life. I've drilled through hundreds of pieces of drywall,
Mm-hmm.
but I've never hung one up.
So
Patched
we
holes.
Paige has.
we should go back like 5 seconds to this Applebee, this like guy with the rings on his dick. He's saying that out of experience because Harry Ritchie sounds a lot like Harry Dick.
It really
You
is.
just came up with a different name, didn't you?
Wow.
We must have gone to the same guy.
Yeah.
Well, it
that's
must
what
be
it
some-
sounded like.
Sometimes Richie or Rich is short for Dick, so it
Yep.
could have been Harry Dick the
Yeah.
whole time.
You were gonna say it was the other way behind Applebee's. You knew
Mhm.
exactly where it came from, like you've heard this story before.
It was in the Northtown Mall. It was actually in a mall. Back then they didn't have.
Oh, Applebee's was in Spokane yet.
Guy was able to open up his trench coat
Where did we used to go?
display.
God, I think we were first on the train when Applebee's came to Spokane when you were a kid, and then they changed the menu, and your mom said, "Fuck this, it's Mexican. I don't like it anymore."
Applebee's?
Yeah.
That's Chili's.
No,
Chili's is way more Mexican than
I love
Applebee's.
Chili's. I love any of that crap.
Chili's is gone. It's fucking gone. Got a recommendation from Chase.
Yeah. Oh, this is a fish thing.
Yeah, the fish thing to go to because he said the best cheddar I've ever had. I don't like cheddar out of can. He said go to Rob's. We went over this weekend. We went over to Rob's.
Is it over in Post Falls?
It's in Post
On the
Falls.
corner,
It's on the corner.
across from of the White House, which is a great restaurant. You went
Mhm.
to Rob's, which sells cartons of cigarettes 10
Yes.
feet away from where they sell the clam chowder.
Exactly. It was a fucking half gas station. Half gas station.
I think they pull all their fish from the Red Dragon right next to it. I think
I
it's all
don't-
Chinese
dude,
food that they
So,
recycle.
so the funny thing is, like when you go to Skipper's, you get the chewy fish.
Yep.
This was not chewy fish, so it was actually good fish, but like the beer batter sucked. So like Chase sent me to a convenience store with my family to
Great
fucking
fries.
huh?
They have great fries. Gotta tell
They
you
like the
that.
fry. I didn't like the fries.
I like the fries. I like the burger too.
You like the burger?
I like the burger. I went to a fish place. I got a burger and I enjoyed it.
It's free cigarettes with every burger
you,
purchase.
you didn't get free cigarettes, and it was $70 to go to this fucking place.
Oh my god.
So yeah, Coeur d'Alene is a beautiful place. They have really good eating establishments, but Rob's in Post Falls. I'm sorry, Chase, it was not that great. I did like the clam chowder. It was okay.
Rob was also nice.
Rob was a nice
Oh,
guy.
you guys met Rob.
You know, I
did meet
have to
Rob.
assume it was an old guy who kept talking to us.
He kept bringing his shit out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
He had like navy tattoos on his arms and shit.
Rob's been
Like
around
he went over
forever.
and got a Taiwanese woman and just brought her home.
Brought us ketchup to the table.
He really did.
He did.
It was
Okay.
quite good service at a convenience store.
Well, what else was he doing?
I don't know. It was okay, but I was surprised that he sent me to a convenience store. It's blinking like a motherfucker, isn't it?
I used to go there as all the time as a kid, like maybe once every couple weeks.
Or-
with some buddies, but just for fries.
Yeah.
Some friends.
Yeah.
Some friends with fries.
So the
then
White
still
House
cigarettes.
is good across the street.
Oh, it's fantastic. You go on like Wednesday nights or something. They have belly dancers that come up to the table. and
What?
It's a little awkward.
No, that would have been
It's-
fantastic with good food.
Yeah, it's terrific food. You can smell you could probably smell it from Rob's, all the garlic.
Couldn't Couldn't smell anything else I could smell was deep fat fried fish.
Yeah, I went to the Pentagon, which is owned by the guy who has the White House. It was also good.
Have you been to the Pentagon?
That's right next to the White House, right? I
Mhm.
have not been to the Pentagon.
She said it's fantastic. She told us, why are we going to this
I
convenience store?
didn't say that.
She basically said that.
No, that was basically mom. She was like, "That's it." Don't you remember? She was confused.
She was pissed.
I love Rob's.
And at the end, she went, this is good fish.
She did.
That's what my wife thought it was good.
That strip is great. You go to Rogers right down the road from that, and it's also terrific. For fast food, when it comes to burgers,
I don't want fast food when I'm spending, I could have went to the
it's
road.
like $12 tops.
I know, but I could have went to the Roadhouse for $70 or for like $80, $10 more. And the
Yeah.
Roadhouse is fantastic.
You're talking, of course, of Texas Roadhouse.
The
You call
Texas
it
Roadhouse.
The Roadhouse because of how often you go there. It's
We
not
do.
you if you're not at the Roadhouse.
Yeah, at the Roadhouse. The Roadhouse is fantastic for its what do we get?
I like their buns.
Ribeye.
Ribeye, yeah. It was last time we went to Outback Steakhouse. and
Horrible.
We're not disappointed.
I was totally disappointed.
Yeah.
And we spent huge money. Like my my steak was like $26, and it was like that fucking thick. Like, oh fuck, that's a big steak. It was horrible.
Chewy.
It's fucking horrible.
Black Angus is my favorite kind of like mediocre steakhouse.
So during the pandemic, we rolled up there. All four of us got out of the car and we started going towards the door. The manager of the store comes out and goes, "We're having a restaurant emergency." He said to us, "We're having a restaurant emergency," and he wouldn't let us in. It's like, what the fuck? You got a restaurant? What the fuck is in a restaurant emergency? I don't
they
even
ran
know
out
what
of
that is.
cocaine in the kitchen or something.
I don't know what it was. Maybe he just didn't have enough people and he didn't want to do anything. But we're having a restaurant emergency. So we ended up going to, what's the place right next to that, manager? Boston's.
Boston's, yeah.
Oh God, I love Boston's.
Boston's is good. Anytime you try and go to that Red Robin's, though, I looked it up. You Google it, and it's the busiest Red Robin
In the world.
in the world. Yeah,
Yeah.
and it definitely shows because it's hard to get in.
Well, you can get in. You're just sitting in the fucking corner by the
For
door.
45 minutes on a Wednesday morning.
Yeah. No, it's fucking horrible.
Yep.
But you know what's worse than that? The place in Spokane called Fitzgerald's.
Yeah. That
Fitz-
sounds too bougie for me.
It's really not. It's like on Garland, and it's this little tiny place, and it's pretty fantastic. But there's a line out the fucking door all the time. It's just like, why?
We really do live in a good spot for restaurants. Any and all sorts of food and beer, alcohol. We brew some great alcohol around here.
I'm sure there's other places that are exactly the
Nope.
same.
Spokane is the best for it. One Tree is primo. My favorite ciders on the planet come from One Tree.
Have you been there, Paige?
No, but I've drank it at we have a brewery in Pullman that sells it.
On tap. It's terrific.
On
No,
tap?
Yeah, they have it on tap.
The
Where-
lemon basil is to die for.
Where do you go in Pullman?
I don't remember what it's called.
This
Paradise
video
Creek. Paradise Creek.
is brought to you by One Tree Cider.
The best fries I've had are in Pullman. They're like these little stringy fucking things.
Oh yeah.
Where are those at?
What is it called? Fork. What?
They're down in Pullman.
It's in the Fork. What is it called? It's like the fancy restaurant.
It's like this shit.
I went there recently.
It's almost on the size
It was
of
bad.
the really.
The Fork place. Yeah.
It's almost on.
I
the s-
gotta Google it.
You could damn near have a convenience store hooked up next to that motherfucker. So, it was. Do you remember going to it, Zach?
Cougar Inn.
No, the Cougar Inn. Holy fuck! We have a place in
Cougar
Spokane.
Inn is the hotel. You're thinking about the Cougar drive-through.
Oh my god!
South Fork. It's South Fork Public House. We
Yeah,
went there.
good fries.
They've been went there recently.
Yeah.
That burger, it was pretty bad. I
Yeah.
was like, why'd you do me like this?
Oh.
Fries still good, and they had a really heavy hand while pouring. But
Like Five Guys. Five Guys dump a whole lot of fries in the bag.
The fries are good. The burgers suck dick.
I don't think you know what you're talking about. I'm not
I-
going to take any of your recommendations.
I don't.
Dwayne.
I don't like Five
You
Guys
have poor
burgers.
taste, and you should feel.
I
bad.
can make Five Guys burgers at home.
I
I really can.
Anyone,
That is a blinky son of a bitch. What are you now? You're hitting buttons. Our producer's all fucked up. What we need some DSLRs out here because
Yeah.
these things are pieces of shit.
You're
I'm
right.
every time he goes to me, it like flashes. I can see it in the corner of my eye. It's like fucking somebody shining a light in my eye every time I look at his monitor.
We could go on Zoom like how Matt does it. We could have just Zoom squares.
Well,
Talk.
but they don't do that. All they do is talk. There's all audio. What? How is Discord better? Can you record all the conversations? Yeah, you're fucking high. He thinks he's like a technical master, but we're bleeping out, and I got everything fucked up here.
Then you're not getting paid.
You're getting paid in food, motherfucker. You're lucky you're eating tonight.
This roof over your head.
You got the roof over your head. I gave you a car. Shut the fuck up and suck my dick. God, did your dad give you your first car?
No.
No.
I got a free Mitsubishi Montero that didn't run,
Sweet.
and I sold it to a junkyard.
Oh, $500.
Yes, I think they did it by weight. It was like $350 or something, whatever.
Right.
Then my mom gave me a Hyundai Santa Fe that I forgot I had and got
Wow.
towed.
That you forgot. How the fuck do you forget? See, this is the problem with you smoking so much weed.
That was in the height of. I wasn't smoking weed at that time.
A lot
Yeah,
of mushrooms.
that's. I did do mushrooms before I started smoking weed. I started smoking weed at 22, and I fried my brain to the point where I can't even have any coherent thoughts at 26.
What?
Hear me rambling on right now,
Oh, God.
and I haven't smoked weed or done any sort of anything in like 6 months when I started Kaiser.
Yeah.
A week before that.
I'm sure you've never smoked weed since you started Kaiser.
That plus
It's been
a week.
almost 2 years of weed free.
Yes.
A little CBD here and there with a little THC mixed in.
It's just oof mushrooms. Then I got this
Fantastic job.
Infinity
The Infinity that you have now.
that I have now. Yes. So my brother got a Ford Taurus.
Given to him.
Yes, the one
Motherfucker.
that they've made like 6 million of, the ugly green one.
Yeah.
The one that I don't know. I think it's funny how car companies copy each other, and it's hardly any sort of difference, because that was like a Mercury Sable,
Mm-hmm.
And then this car that I have, the Hyundai the Infinity
Infinity.
i30 looks exactly like a Hyundai Sonata.
Oh,
It's
God.
just
Nobody
like what
cares.
My mom drove.
Oh, this is a boring part of the podcast.
That is true.
We ended up, Paige wanted a hippie van.
Okay.
So we went out,
VW bus.
VW bus. So we went out and got one. So you were probably 14?
Yeah, because Zach was still in the car. No, it was Nick. It was in the car seat, wasn't he?
It was
Um,
Zach. I don't even think we had Nick yet. But
Then it must have been like 13.
so I bought it early, and I was going to put some effort and some money into it for her first car. And so I was driving it around while we did that. I'd like take it back and forth to work and shit like that. Well, one of the things you don't realize that those old buses have that the fuel line
Mm-hmm.
needs to be stainless steel. Nobody told me that. I didn't look it up. I didn't Google it or anything like that. I had no idea. And we were going through a McDonald's drive-through.
All you had was a condom at the time, right?
No, it was a normal fuel line, and we're going through the McDonald's drive-through, and I just got done ordering, and the car goes and stops, and I try restarting it, and it was like, what the fuck is going on? Try restarting again, nothing. And they have these vents on the back because they're air cooled to let air in to cool the engine, and smoke started rolling out in the McDonald's fucking parking lot.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, it's on flames.
Mhm.
It goes up, and I run up to the McDonald's window. I knock on the window because we're stuck at the fucking thing, right?
Yep.
And I say, "Give me your fire extinguisher. Give me your fire extinguisher." We can't do that.
Give me a cup of water, supersized.
Anything, anything. I went and pulled my penis out and tried peeing it on it. But everybody got out of the car, and we just sat there and watched it burn.
Mhm.
to the ground.
Golden shower in front of the golden arches. That
Well,
would've been
they
something to
couldn't take
see.
orders anymore because it just fucking melted the whole fucking thing to the ground.
Oh,
Fire department had to come out.
no.
Yeah. So that was Paige's car. And then she got to a certain age and didn't even want to. Did you go through driver's ed? You
Yep.
did, but you didn't even want to drive. So she ended up getting her license like when she was 20.
Yep.
My license expired when I was 18. I had it, before that, but it expired when I was 18. I didn't realize until I was 21 and tried to.
Are you
run
sure you
to
didn't
bars and
start
drink.
smoking dope until you
No,
were
I-
22?
I don't know what my deal
A
was.
little flighty.
I didn't pay attention a whole lot.
Crazy thing is, he shows up every day for work.
Yes.
Even on the days he has off.
Even on the- I've actually just pulled an RV out front. I never actually leave the parking lot. I
Fucking-
just try clocking in at 6:45.
Dude, I
if
still
they tell
can't
me
get
to go
over the
home.
fact that Hillary, because she looks like shit. It's just falling down all over the place. I still can't get over the fact that you say 100% that she fucking puts baby blood in her veins.
I think she just has an IV straight from the baby. She's got a baby hooked up on one of those little hooks you drag around with you in a hospital.
Mhm.
She's got like 3 infants,
Mhm.
and it's got tubes right into her tits.
Into her tits. Because that's the way it goes. Women get them in their tits, men get it in the vein of their cock.
That's you gotta find the biggest vein you can. So you go for
Yeah.
the one that bulges the most.
That would be, I guess, in my arm. Did you just
Sorry.
put it back on me and it flickered? Look,
Yeah,
look at
he
him. Look at him. Our fucking producer's just all sprawled out in his chair. Why don't you put your camera on real quick?
I don't think you could be more comfortable. You could fall asleep.
can't even
Yeah,
see
you
him.
could.
Can't even fucking see him. Jesus Christ.
Remember those teachers that told you in high school if you lean back that far, you're gonna fall backwards? Well, that's
Jesus
Nick right
Christ.
now.
His name is Eric.
That's Zach right now. I pay attention. I got plenty of sleep.
Nick, Zach, one and the same.
They were all white people names, anyways.
They really are.
No.
Yeah.
No, you
They're
have a black
really
person
white
name for
names.
sure.
Dwayne.
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 That couldn't be more African American if it tried.
Well, yours is pretty white. Andrew.
Mine, yeah, for sure.
Paige.
Yeah, this is very white.
Really?
Yeah.
It's not as white.
So
As white as Zach or Nick.
Nolan and
Andrew.
I, we put a sign on our office door, and his has had to pronounce his last name because it's like really weirdly spelled.
What's his last name?
Sheeble.
Sheeble.
Yeah. Anyways,
S-Z.
no Z's.
What?
Yeah. Yeah,
Talk
you
to
want
me.
to keep going?
Yeah.
Do it. Keep guessing.
No, I'm just. Why don't you spell it
No,
out
you
for
go
us?
ahead and guess.
S-C.
Yeah.
H.
Yeah.
E.
No.
What would you think?
A?
No.
Is that an
Yeah,
I?
it's an I. It goes I.
B-L-E?
Scheibel.
Yeah, people tried to
Shibble.
pronounce it Scheibel, so he put
Schibble.
on there Sheeble. Anyways, and I was like, oh, you should put mine on their page like a piece of paper, right? Because like people who are not like English is not their first language, they've
Mhm.
made that like comment before. Anyways, Andy, my boss, he comes out and he's like, Paige, that's the most like European name I've ever heard, or something like that, like English name. I was just like,
It's an English name,
it's
right?
very English, yeah.
Because a page was somebody who was a conscript.
Yeah, it's just
Which is
it's a
funny because I
job.
have an alpha daughter. And she's anything but that. So,
no, it started off as a boy name actually.
what did?
Paige.
Did it?
Mm.
So, you and Nolan would probably get along well.
Why? Because
People
I couldn't
who
pronounce his last name.
just because people smoke pot doesn't mean they get along well.
I thought
don't
Nolan
know
was
who
gay.
it is.
He is.
He's
What made-
gay.
Oh, yeah, we'd get along just fine then.
Right. Andrew's the bottom. And Nolan's the top. That's what I'm saying.
Boy.
We'd be able to share chapstick. What makes Nolan at the top? And
Because he always is. That's what I hear.
okay.
He,
Why are we sharing this much about his personal life?
Who,
The only
doesn't it-
good thing is that I know it won't go viral. Nobody's gonna
This
see
is the
this.
one.
How do you know this won't go viral? And why is
Well-
Nolan not out of the closet?
No, he is.
So what's the big deal?
Why does everyone need to know about
Nolan?
him? Yeah. I was just bringing up how my name is so white that Andy laughed at me and told me it's. the
I'm
most
just
English
bringing up
name
how
he
gay
heard.
Andrew is.
Only only somewhat gay. I've
He still
hardly
can't
kissed
force.
anyone.
He still can't force the butt plug in though.
I can't. I need someone to stretch me.
So my son is very strong. So if you want to just put the tip in, he'll give it a whack.
Yeah, okay. You have a mallet or something handy?
He's super strong.
It's gonna shoot out my mouth like a cannon.
Jesus.
No, I don't think so. But I think we could get Nolan to help you. What? A lot of silence, like I'm outraged. Like, why are we talking about this? All of this can be cut down, Paige.
Please don't.
Yeah, you're gonna have to stand up. I'm gonna need to see the butt to decide if Nolan's gonna help out.
So he's got a big ass. So if you look at me, I have no ass.
We already discussed this, Hank.
Well, but I think that might have been when we were blinking. I assume it would have been when we were blinking, and it was a restart. So Andrew said that I'm inverted,
Yeah.
like I'm an inverted nipple.
Yeah.
Yep.
So my ass concaves and it goes in.
Negative ass.
Yeah,
Mhm.
negative
Yeah.
ass. Now on the other hand, Andrew has a bubble butt.
Mm-hmm.
He's much like your mom.
Mm-hmm.
I confuse people on the hotline with the long hair. I make the homophobes question their sexuality, so they get all angry.
Well, that's because they see you going down the line when they don't know you, and they go, "Holy fuck! Look at that chick with a nice ass. She's tall too." And then you turn around and motherfucker's got a beard.
It was nice when we were in masks because I definitely had a lot of guys give me compliments. So
Right.
that's what
Hey,
I'm gonna miss-
beautiful.
I'm gonna miss the most about not wearing masks
You
anymore.
can still wear them.
That
still can
is
wear 'em.
True.
For all the new people, like when we get a new batch of people in, you wear that mask and you just kind of walk away from them. Just do that shit. You got to flip your hair. No?
I get called into HR for being too risque.
Well, the problem is we have no women on our on a hotline. So when they see something like Andrew, they've been deprived for so long. They're like, "Holy shit!"
Awooga.
Ooga.
Hubba hubba.
Yeah.
Boing. Swing.
Swing, swing. Are we still blinking? Blinking like a motherfucker. What else we got to discuss? What else is going on in the world?
Nothing that I can think of.
Yeah.
There's nothing going on with Ukraine, Russia. Nothing. in
What's
Europe.
funny is Taylor's not here because Taylor, he's a busy man. He's
Yeah.
a very busy man.
Mm-hmm.
And so politics and stuff like that doesn't come up. But like, so Ukraine's not even an option to talk about. Well, you can talk about it if you like.
I only read headlines. I only read what 90% of Americans read is just headlines which say, 400 tanks from Russia moving through Kyiv and just got demolished. And I don't
IKEA?
read past that.
I don't even know none of the names.
I read
Here's what I want to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Now, bear with me. I want a total shutdown. So I want China to join this war.
Mm-hmm.
I want Russia to bring us into it. And I want to go into it. And so all of a sudden, all of this is destroyed. And then I want to go kill all the slave masters that we're indentured to and no longer be in slavery that
if
we
we can
have.
find them. I'd imagine they're going to be locked down pretty hardcore in those underground bunkers of theirs.
We need a lock picker.
we need. Okay.
That's the first thing we need. So anybody in the podcast realm that can actually pick a lock, I really would invest in that when I was on Fortnite. Or not Fortnite. God. What's the one with luck and all that? Our favorite game, Paige.
Skyrim,
Favorite game.
Fallout.
I would invest in my lockpicking skills. Did you guys not invest in your lockpicking skills?
I did. First thing is
Absolutely.
charisma, though.
For you.
First thing
Charisma
when
and
you spawn-
intelligence.
No way. Are you joking? You
Yeah.
spawn in a room with a chemistry set. You have to go medicine guns because you get that 9mm machine gun. And then you go lockpicking because 3 feet away is a building with those rat roaches that have those lockers. that
Rat
you can unlock.
roaches. Rat roaches. Yeah, sons
And
of
that's
bitches.
got some good loot in it.
Best Fallout game ever.
I don't care about Fallout 3 or 4 or 76. All that I care about
What?
is New Vegas.
New Vegas was the best one. And that was 3, I thought.
No,
That was 2.
no.
We wake up.
It's like in between 3 and 4. It's its own thing.
Yeah, you're the courier. That was I thought it was supposed to be like a DLC, and then they made it its own entire game.
What? How did it become so fantastic when it was a
That
DLC?
is a great question.
It wasn't a DLC.
It wasn't a
It's the
DLC. but-
standalone game. You know, they were gonna make a Fallout that took place in Oregon, Washington, Alaska.
What?
Yeah, got canceled.
A lot of walking.
Why?
I don't know. White man putting us down.
What was the big ass creature on that?
Deathclaw.
Deathclaw. Ooh, so scary.
Cazadors, I figure, were just as bad.
What was?
Cazadors.
Cazador.
I don't know. I don't think they're as bad as you go to an area, you go to that mining area with the death claws, and you get wrecked no matter what.
Yeah.
Not me.
Not you though, because you had the holy hand grenades.
No, it's because he saw me play through it, so he knew there were Deathclaws in there.
I was a real skilled player.
He
I used
avoided
to-
it.
It's funny. So stop for a second.
Yeah.
I used to be a skilled player.
Okay.
Paige can attest to this, right?
Yeah, back in 2006.
Like I would go through and I would finish every game for the girls. I would finish every game for the girls. But like at some point when you hit your 30s, it's like you kind of suck now. I suck at everything I do now.
I don't know. You put a lot of time in Ark. I thought you were great at Ark.
So he's the one who brought up him and Zach were sitting here and they saw they were going through the games apparently on Steam, and he's the one that saw that I had put 5,000 hours into Ark. 5,000 hour. So I looked it up today, and it's how many days was that?
No, I already forgot.
216.
Did you look it up?
No.
It was like 290.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was almost a full year in Ark.
Yeah, he's pretty good at Minecraft too. He doesn't even play on creative. He's doing it all in survival.
All in survival.
I'm
but
impressed.
there's no skill in that.
How's there no skill in that?
So,
That's architect.
so there is architecture. So I can build like huge cities and castles and stuff like that. But the problem with that is there's no reactionary skills that are in that. It's like when I go and play a COD with the boys, they just eat me alive.
Mhm. I figure maybe Minecraft does definitely have its hard areas, like the Nether. I mean, that's a pretty crappy place.
No, it's easy.
No, maybe it's time you mod it.
The worst part is the end.
Yeah.
The end, because I play on Xbox and it doesn't update fast enough. So invariably I'll be flying back to my portal to get back, and it won't update, and next thing you know, you fucking fall right into the end and you're dead with all this shit. And it's like, fuck this, time to do a new game. I'll just get so pissed off I'll rage quit and just kill a game where I've built like this huge castle. I mean fucking enormous.
It's a vicious cycle. For sure.
There are mods that turn Minecraft into like an RPG. There are mods where like if skeletons hit you in the head, then you die. Just instant death. Mm-hmm.
That just sounds like angry, just to be angry though.
It really is. It
Just
really
rage.
is.
We start up family Minecrafts, and like my daughter over in Seattle, she's the first one out. She'll like build like a basic house and say, fuck, I don't want to play with you guys anymore. And I'm going through and I'm grinding. Like I probably have more time on Minecraft than I do Ark. I'll grind for these people and I'll give them everything, but they just fuck, don't play. Why is that, Paige?
Get bored.
A Minecraft?
I'm not really a Minecrafter. You know, I'm kind of grown up. Don't play Minecraft that much.
So Paige's favorite game, she informed me that is no longer New Las Vegas.
No, it's RimWorld.
RimWorld.
It's gold.
Have you played RimWorld?
If you haven't played RimWorld and this goes viral, you should make the purchase.
I have
It's
definitely made multiple skin farms in RimWorld.
yeah.
Best game ever?
It is definitely my top 5 for sure. With mods for
No,
it's
What's your number
terrific.
one game, Andrew?
Number one game? Think about that.
No, we're not going to wait 3 fucking
It's
weeks.
Pete Davidson's Paradise Island.
Here's the cunty thing. So we're at work.
Cunty thing.
It's super
Okay.
cunty. So we on the podcast we discuss our favorite fucking actors, and I go through
Mhm.
and I'm just throwing them out there. pulling them out my ass and I'm throwing them out there.
Yeah.
And Taylor does the same thing. I know Paige doesn't watch the podcast, so I have to throw this out to her. So we're just throwing them out our ass. Andrew can't make a fucking decision to save his
I
life.
can't. It's Steven Seagal.
So 3 weeks later at work, I get a text at 2:00 in the morning while we're on Graveyard. My favorite actor is boom. So this is what we're dealing with here. So
What was the first one I told you?
Christoph
Waltz.
Waltz.
A multiple Oscar-winning.
No, I really like him. I think he's a great actor. So I have no problem with him being your number one actor.
Okay.
So then we move on to number 2.
Now you have to have 2?
Samuel Jackson.
We went through 10. No, it wasn't Samuel
Your
Jackson.
top 10?
Top 10.
I don't even know if I can name 10.
Who's your number 1?
Ryan Reynolds.
You like because she has the hots for Ryan.
Yeah,
Reynolds.
come on, Ryan
Who
Reynolds.
doesn't have the hots for Ryan Reynolds?
Exactly. If you're lying, then you're secretly in the closet, Zach. I'm sorry. If you don't have the
Did you watch his
balls-
latest movie?
Which
Was it
one?
Free Guy?
It's
The Free Guy? I haven't watched it yet. No.
is it Saving Adam or something like that?
Oh, yeah.
I
On,
haven't
on
watched
Netflix.
Saving Adam
Netflix or
yet.
something.
It's on Netflix.
I heard it was good. Haven't seen it.
I went to bed last night and watched half an hour of it before I fell asleep. So
is
it
that
wasn't good enough to keep me interested to stay awake.
Okay.
Is something wrong with you?
Number 2.
I don't know.
Okay, but anyway,
Oh,
so
Jared Leto. Yeah, I'm gonna throw that out there.
Jared Leto.
Mm-hmm.
He's a creepy dude.
she's going off a hotness.
like
We're
the-
going off of hotness.
Uh-huh.
Johnny Depp's up there somewhere.
Even
Johnny
then,
Depp was my number 2
Yeah, because he's hot. Who
because
was your number 1
He's hot when he's oily.
when he's in
fuck,
Tim
I
Burton
can't-
movies?
I can't remember who my number 1 was.
Oh, so now you don't have a number 1.
Yeah, wow.
No,
typical.
Morgan Freeman.
Way to
Morgan
attack
Freeman.
other people.
Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman was my number 1. Johnny Depp was my number 2. And it wasn't because he is incredibly hot.
Wait, where'd you put what's his face? Who's it? Hugh Jackman.
He was not
You
up
put
there.
that on there?
No.
You put that on there? I don't think he's hot, but like Wolverine.
I think
See, if
You
we're
did a
if we're
pretty good
talking
job of
between Hugh
Wolverine.
Jackman,
Yeah.
I would say his doppelganger would
I
be
don't even know who his doppelganger is.
well, no, I'm saying somebody that's like him that plays same roles, the
Mhm.
same roles. His doppelganger in roles would be Russell Crowe, and I like Russell Crowe a lot more.
Yeah, they're talking
300.
about Daniel Radcliffe possibly being Wolverine.
300 was not Russell Crowe. That was someone entirely different.
Who was that?
That was his doppelganger. God, I can't remember his name.
Let's look it up because I really want to see it because
Russell Crowe was Gladiator, and it was oh my God, they do look very much alike.
I
Russell
like that
Crowe.
guy the most.
Oh, I'd also put Robert Pattinson up there.
Gerard Butler.
That's it.
Oh, but
If we go for the 3 of them, Gerard Butler's my favorite. 300, I will still
300 is great.
watch
Yep.
whenever. I love that fucking show.
It is terrific.
So, anyways, getting back to the point, Elise Paige was able to give us her top 3
Mhm.
in a minute. I had to wait 3 fucking weeks,
no, that's fair.
and then his third was Pete Davidson.
I don't even know who Pete Davidson is.
Exactly.
Wait, was that guy
Saturday
in the
Night
new
Live.
Oh, I don't know.
He was banging,
Kim Kardashian, Ariana Grande,
and then who's the one that we all know, the singer,
Ariana Grande. I don't
No,
know,
the
I don't
other
know who
singer.
you're talking about.
the other
I
singer.
gotta look it up now.
The other singer?
Yeah, there is a. I can't in my heart, my achy breaky heart. What the fuck is that guy's name? His daughter,
Oh,
Hannah
Miley
Montana?
Cyrus.
Miley Cyrus. Yeah,
He banged Miley Cyrus.
I think
Did he?
they were doing like something together, but that happened. It just happened.
He's been around. Good for him.
Yeah, see what he's in. Paige.
Oh, it is the Suicide Squad guy. See, a bunch
you-
of people at movie
Is
night.
he in your top 10?
No, but he is hot. No, a bunch of people at movie night, they were like, I don't understand why he's so, like, people think he's so hot. And, like, as soon as I saw him in that movie, for his, like, 5 minutes he was in it. He wasn't even in it for that long. I was like,
Spoilers.
I get why.
I don't
Was
get
that
it.
really are you going to go watch the new Suicide Squad today?
Not anymore.
You
It's
got it.
spoiled.
Because he was in it for 5 minutes.
If he was in it for an hour and a half, I'd watch it, but you ruined it.
No, he
It's a
sucks.
great
Anyways,
movie. I
I
love the
no,
Suicide Squad.
I put Robert Pattinson as number 2 actually.
I don't
Yeah.
even know who he is.
Yeah, you
Twilight.
do. He's the new Batman. And after that Batman movie,
The two Batmans, the good two Batmans.
no, the one that is out right now.
I don't even know. What
Oh,
it is.
I
He's
went.
thinking Christian Bale.
Yeah,
The guy
you
with
think-
a
No.
voice.
Robert Pattinson, way better Batman.
Yeah.
I stand by it.
What?
Yeah.
No,
It was
I've heard
three
really good
mov-
things about
3
it.
hours. 3 hours
the one
long.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
And I sat there and it felt like an hour and a half, other than my
Wow.
butt hurting from sitting in that seat for so long.
Did you guys go out to the theater to see it?
It's
The
good AMC.
Pullman Cinema Theater.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
AMC ruined me. I can't sit in any other chairs to watch a movie.
Well, Pullman.
I wish they
only-
would
Anyone's.
recline more.
Yeah.
I wish they would recline more because sometimes I go to chick movies with my wife because she wants to see them, and I want to sleep.
Oh, the Pullman Village Theater. They don't even recline.
What?
Yeah, you don't reserve a spot. You
What year
just
is
This is like
Three
being
more-
in fucking Russia.
This is the third world country,
Thanks,
apparently.
Putin.
the seats in
With
the
your fucking hard
Garland
chairs.
Theater are nicer than the ones in
What?
Pullman. Yeah.
They make you churn butter and
There is no better
They look-
theater.
Whip
By the
your
way, there is no
horse-drawn
better
carriage.
theater than the Garland Theater.
Yeah.
I love the Garland
I've
Theater.
been there once to watch Rocky Horror Picture Show and throw rice and toast.
Did you
That was it.
did you get up on stage?
I did I did not show my tits up on stage.
Wow, God, that's disappointing.
Next
You need
time,
to.
I
You need
will.
to.
If you coax me into it, absolutely, I'll go up there and shake my.
That is a rite of passage,
Chest.
and I hope that never goes away. The Rocky Horror Picture Show.
It's terrific.
But yeah, it's my favorite theater.
Rip Meatloaf. Would I say Rip Meatloaf, or do I care that he's dead?
Nobody
I don't
cares that
think
he's
I
dead.
don't think I care.
No,
that
he loved the Trump. He
Yeah,
fucking
He
had a
died.
bone-
Didn't he die from COVID? Something,
He
or,
died
like,
from COVID, because but it
pneumonia or
wasn't
something?
real. COVID wasn't real, and he died from it.
I'd be that way sometimes.
It happens. It happens. But anyway, so let's get back to this.
So what?
So, oh,
Robert Pattinson is
Did-
Batman?
no, that you can
I-
actually make a decision, and this cunt can't. So
I did make a decision. I had to-
3 weeks
I had to-
later,
okay, I had to really think about it because I was gonna just say, "Oh,
Zach.
Ryan Reynolds or Johnny Depp," but I actually had to put some good thought into it.
Yeah.
I
how do
didn't
you
wanna
how do
give
you
a
even have to
crap
think
answer.
over Morgan Freeman?
And maybe he wanted to consider charity work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. I'm not that big into Morgan Freeman. He's
Oh,
okay.
God, but it's just the totality of everything that he's been in is everything's good. He's so
Name
fantastic.
15 of his good movies. I bet you can't.
Oh God,
That Penguin movie where he
Penguin.
narrates
Oh,
March
yeah.
of the Penguin.
he can
got me
even
there.
he can even fucking narrate. He's even a narrator.
No one can narrate. I can narrate.
No, you can't. You don't have the
I
voice for it.
absolutely can
You
narrate.
don't have the fucking voice for it.
Oh,
So
I've got
anyway-
a voice,
Wait,
so I can
So
yeah.
hold
narrate.
on.
Okay, we're waiting for these 15 movies. Top 5.
Hold on. Stop for a
You don't
second.
get to use March of the
You
Penguins.
can't use Shawshank Redemption.
Why? That's a fantastic movie. I just watched that the other night.
Because it's such.
Why
a,
do I have
such
to
a
name
cop
15
out.
movies when you can't even name
At
10
least 5.
actors?
No, we need at least 5.
Spider Kiss.
Never
I've
heard of
never
it.
heard of that
You're
either.
making up movies.
That's a
dude.
problem. 7.
7? Is
Seven,
that
seven.
the murder one?
Kevin Spacey is the best actor in that movie,
What?
and I can say that
What?
because I can separate his diddling kids from his acting performances.
Yeah.
Okay.
I really like Kevin Spacey.
Sicko.
We're up to 3.
No, we're at 2.
No, Spider Kiss, Shawshank
Oh, yeah.
Redemption, 7.
If you say Shawshank Redemption is one of your favorite movies, I instantly lose like all interest in you.
The funny thing about that is I watched The Green Mile a day before that, before I was going to bed, and I stayed up till like 2 o'clock in the morning watching that fucking thing.
It's all emotions.
Stephen King
How do you
is
even
just amazing when
you're
he
just
does some
dead
movies.
inside? We have some movies, not most others. He does have,
Like what bad ones?
well, Maximum Overdrive, Cujo.
Cujo was good.
Cujo was
The
so
first-
cheesy.
The first one,
Pet Cemetery.
Pet Cemetery, the first one was really good.
Okay, and your favorite actor is Morgan Freeman. What are you? What are
And
what are
Johnny Depp's number 2
Wait, what?
Pete Davidson
you
has-
only got
is-
the 3 movies.
that he's been in.
No, that you liked.
No, I mean there's a billion of them that I liked. So this all goes back to, well, let's go to, why are you both beating up on me, you cunts?
because
you
you
cunts.
call me a cunt.
So the first we go back to this, and I just bring this up because you can't make a decision on anything. So
but I
what's your favorite video game?
Your video game is Fallout New Vegas.
But you were stammering on that like it was not your favorite video game.
No, because I've got a top 5, and I think Elden Ring might be taking over my number.
What is
one.
it?
Elden Ring.
So my favorite of all time
Mhm.
is Fallout New Las Vegas.
How original.
New
So after I
Vegas.
said it, that you said Fallout New Vegas is your favorite.
And then number 2 would be Minecraft.
Mhm.
Minecraft is amazing because I can stay away from it for 6 to 8 months and then go back to it.
And
Ark would be number 3 for me. Just amazing. Then Elder Scrolls, number 4.
Which Elder Scrolls?
Oblivion.
No, he's gonna say Skyrim.
Skyrim.
No.
Yeah.
Put a lot of time into that. And then number 5. I'm going to
Skyrim's-
say ooh, The Simpsons is number 5
Oh.
for me.
For the Wii?
No, Hit and Run.
Hit and run.
I had that
Original
for the
Xbox.
Wii.
Oh.
The original Xbox. Yeah,
Oh,
that
I
came out,
love
like,
that game.
2006.
God, I love that fucking game.
Simpsons, that was their best era, was 2000, Conan O'Brien being on the Simpsons writing team, primo. But then after that, they did have a few good years when they came out with their movie and the video game.
Did you not love Hit and Run?
It was just Grand Theft Auto, but
What?
you could do less.
You could do less.
Are you sure you're not thinking about Road Rage? Because that was the second one.
You might be thinking about Road Rage.
I didn't even know there was a second Simpsons game.
There were two.
Hit
there were
and Run,
two.
Hit and Run
races.
was pretty fucking amazing.
Were you able to get out the car? I don't remember if you could in Road Rage, but you could in Hit and Run.
Which one came out first?
Hit
Hit and Run.
Okay, well, I'm pretty sure it was Hit and Run.
You might want to go revisit that on an emulator because it's fucking amazing.
It actually has a cult following online.
And then I know number 6,
What?
Tecmo Bowl, and
Nobody knows what that is.
Super Tecmo Bowl, and then number 7
Oh, the
would be
Football game.
Genghis Khan. I love that game.
What is that? Like an arcade cabinet
Oh,
you
dude,
put
you-
pennies
It's an
into?
Atari.
Go to an emulator and play that game. A fantastic game. Yeah, top 7.
You wouldn't
Amazing shit.
trade any of that rankings. As, say you well, okay.
Grand Theft Auto, the first one was amazing too.
The top down,
It was amazing.
the bird's eye.
It was Bird's Eye.
Tried playing those first 2 games, but they're hot garbage.
Yeah.
Because I was used to playing San Andreas.
Because you're used to everything else. Best MMOs.
None.
None.
Yeah,
RuneScape.
MMOs are. Oh, no. RuneScape and then none.
Did you not like City Hero City Villains?
It was fine, but I was like 7. And then I went back and I played it on the fan made thing and it was
Right.
fine. It was fine. It's no RuneScape.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's no nothing that comes. close.
See,
World of
I never
Warcraft
played
to me.
RuneScape. The girls did, but I was busy playing City Hero City Villains. And it's a different thing when you're with a group of people.
Mhm.
To
Yeah,
go
but I
through a
don't
game.
like people.
You do.
Uh,
So that's your best MMO?
I'd say just because nostalgia factor, I don't play MMOs anymore.
I'd
I
say-
haven't been able to have actual fun in MMOs since RuneScape. It's not like I play Final Fantasy 14 or World
No.
of Warcraft or anything else like that. Genshin Impact. Nothing else is fun.
So our buddy who's on the podcast a lot, Austin, he tried to get me into going back to World of Warcraft, and it was just like, this is a grind fucking fest.
Yeah.
I don't even want to play it. So
New World, I did have a lot of fun, but oh boy, did that player base drop quick.
really,
Yes,
that's the problem. If you don't have a strong player base,
It started off, it was a huge game, and it had hundreds of thousands of players that played it when it first came out. But then the game was hot garbage, like you said, a grind fest.
that was the beauty of City Hero City Villains. It was not a grind fest, and the people that were on there was a good community, and it stayed about 250,000 people. But that was the problem. It
It's
only
kind of
stayed
insane.
250,000 people.
Which is a lot of people.
NCSoft didn't think it was a lot of people, so they shut it down.
Really.
Yeah, $15 a month at 250,000 people.
Not like you're already making dump trucks full of money there.
They had other games coming out like Blade and Soul and stuff like that. So they wanted to promote them. They killed that They moved on. It's funny because when you go back to the fan created one, there's still probably like 50,000 people on there now, but it's pretty sparse.
Okay.
So I don't know. Anyways, World of Warcraft, what a garbage fucking game that is. Why grind? And everybody's so concerned about their gear.
Yeah.
Like
That's MMOs. I mean, what else is an MMO if it's not grinding and
but that wasn't City Hero, City of Villains. It wasn't a grind fest. There was this cunt. You'd go into the PvP area, Mr. What the fuck was his name? I can't remember his name now. But you couldn't beat him because he'd pop his special power all the time and just kick your ass. So I made a special character, leveled him up to 50 just to go in and kick this guy's ass. I spent 2 weeks grinding this guy up to 50 to go kick this guy's ass. Mr. Wonderful or something like that. I can't remember what the fuck his name was.
I couldn't tell you anything about that game.
Oh, it was fantastic.
I know the name. I know nothing else about it.
Yeah, it's fantastic when there was a big player base. So, and
That makes sense.
it was a community. It was different from like going to like World of Warcraft where everybody's like grindy.
Mhm.
And then when you get to something, they're also concerned about getting that gear and everybody's fighting over it and all that. And that's all they're doing. Gear just drops there. It doesn't, you don't open a chest and everybody has to pass out gear and stuff like that. It's just a different thing. So everybody wanted to join a team so they could go together and do stuff. It was just a different game. Yeah. I didn't have to have specific characters with specific skill sets and all this other bullshit to go through stuff. So it was good shit back in the day. They need to come out with something like that now.
You ever played a Dark Souls game?
No. The last one was oh Christ, what's the one Aaron liked? Zach?
Deep Space?
No, the one where I can't remember the name of
Mortal
it.
Kombat?
No, fuck, you fucking being high. now.
Warhammer?
No, it
know,
was
it's the
it's like a
Warhammer.
super popular fucking MMO, and it's just like this is
No,
dog shit.
Dark Souls isn't an MMO.
No, I know, but I don't know. No, I haven't played Dark Souls.
It's fun. The new one is fun. If you've never played
Oh,
one
it's the
before.
Star Wars. Star Wars Galaxy
Battlefront?
Echo.
Oh.
No, it's an MMO. You asked me about the other
Yeah,
day.
that was that MMO.
No, that's not the one.
I played it with them.
Yeah, okay.
There is a Star Wars.
Go smoke some
MMO, for
crack.
Sure.
I don't even. You're not even on the podcast. Put the fucking thing on you when you're in there. You laid back bitch. My favorite part of Ukraine is watching. Just going off real quick. Is watching the fucking tractors hook up to like tanks and
Zip
this
off with them.
stairway.
Oh man,
That's my favorite part of this bullshit.
because they run out of gas, and now you got Russians that are wandering around in Ukraine. Like
Yeah.
people are gonna be real welcoming of them. Oh boy,
It's good
I heard
shit.
that they're getting frozen inside those tanks also because
Really?
it's like a deep freeze in Ukraine, and Russians are freezing alive.
It's just crazy to think that we were afraid of anything from Russia.
I think all we have to worry about now is just nukes.
I don't. If they work,
You know what I just read? I read a headline that said Ukraine replaced. He's scared of getting poisoned, so he replaced 1,000 of his closest officials. I don't even know. I don't think I've ever seen 1,000 people in my life. I don't have 1,000 of your closest officials getting replaced. Like I'd be even more worried about not trusting these people.
yeah.
You ever go to a sports game?
Never actually opened my eyes before. I'm blind. I can't see. I echolocate everywhere. It gets sketchy when I'm driving. I just have to go by people's honks.
It happens. I did not hear that, but it could be possible, right?
Mm.
Because he came on, I think yesterday, and said anybody who is not pro-Russian, we need to oust them.
Yeah.
So
He
they're-
wanted all the Russians to come back to the motherland. Didn't he also say that?
I don't think he gave a fuck. I just think he wanted to go in and steal this place and call it good.
He didn't expect the resistance that he's been getting, which is cool. Cody just told me about this Zelensky Lego figure that came out, and you could buy the figure for like
What?
76 euros, and you could buy some Molotov cocktails with it as well.
Dude,
That's pretty
Molotov
cool.
cocktails.
Molotovs
You racist cunt.
for like $90.
What the hell is it? What is a mulatto cocktail? Fuck, you fuck up a lot. What is a mulatto cocktail? It's half black, half white. Fucking-
No, it's half dark rum, half white rum.
That's it.
Yeah.
They burn better.
but I think they throw gasoline and oil in there. So
I don't know what they're putting in there. I got like 5 minutes.
before
Well, I'm
David shows
leaving.
up,
Well, till I gotta go put actual shoes on, and I'll just wear these tennis shoes.
what? He's really changing you.
Why?
What's wrong with Converse?
Nothing. I'm putting on boots.
Like knee-high boots?
No, I left those at home.
What do you think of Will Smith as an actor?
So there's some stuff that I love him in, and some stuff that I don't like him in.
Like any recent stuff?
I Am Legend is one of my favorite movies.
Oh, that's yeah. It used to be my favorite movie. I was like 11.
Really?
That's not even a diss on you or anything. I thought that was a great movie.
No, I was probably in my early 30s.
That iRobot.
iRobot I liked. You look back at it now and it just looks CGI, which is kind of a problem. I don't
Yep.
see that in Men in Black.
Oh yeah, I forgot he was in that.
7 Pounds is really good. Pursuit of Happiness. Like he can play. He's a pretty dynamic actor though. So
He really is. So yeah, he's like Johnny Depp. I didn't even think about including him in my stuff.
never watched Prince of Bel Air though.
Are you out of
Either.
here? Oh my God. David's on the phone. Thanks. Put that on them. Oh shit, she's going out the door. She said, "Fuck it." See ya, Paige.
Bye.
I really think Will Smith is one of my favorite actors. God, okay. Well, we lost one of our podcasters. We're an hour and a half in, so I think we should be able to get some stuff out of this. I really need to focus on getting better equipment here, Andrew.
Things are working just fine. They're working as good as they need to work.
You think so?
I figure every 10 seconds you get a flash, and that's perfectly fine. This is a little segment that I like to call Daddy ASMR. Oh, yeah, you like that, kitten? Hey, kitten.
Focus on the motherfucker?
My mommy made me take a shower this week, even though I cried and told her I took a shower last week.
Here's the problem. Is that focused on him, or is he like hazy there? I can't really tell.
I think it's meant to
You look,
fit.
you know, you kind of look like Jesus. I think you washed your hair, and it's kind of fluffy.
I put in some ointment that my mom gave me this ointment that it's thick in the bottle. It looks exactly like cum. It's just straight semen in a bottle.
Huh.
But I put it in my hair and it's supposed to stop the frizz. And I think it worked a little bit. I could just shoot a load into my hair instead.
Or me and Zach could do that for you.
That's
Although, yeah, what's funny when you're an old man like me now.
only Tom Brady can.
Fuck Tom Brady. He's never gonna
I'd
jizz
like
in
to.
your hair.
Oh.
I will jizz in your hair. The problem with my old man jizz now is it's not like runny. Like I could shoot it on the wall and it would be on the base of the wall before you know it. Now it's kind of like slime.
Like it ooze? Does it ooze? Does it kind of cough?
Slime. It's slime jizz now.
You plaster the wall and
I don't know when it became slime jizz, and I feel sorry that my wife has to try to get that out of inside of herself. What are we doing here? Oh my God, dude, what are you doing? Thank you, I appreciate that. Yeah,
I figure
slime
it'll just be
jizz.
like Vaseline.
Now I have slime jizz.
Boy, the things I can look forward to when I'm older.
Yeah. Semi-soft cock.
That's me now, dude. That's me 5 years ago.
Like I can take my boner, and I can pinch my boner, and my fingers touch.
yikes.
Yeah.
That sounds painful.
No, it's you're just barely touching anything. I'm not putting any pressure on it.
As with every week, we do get a little bit of dick talk in.
Yeah, well, you have
That's
to
what's going on the dick talk.
dick talk, and it shouldn't be called TikTok anymore. It should be called dick talk.
Did I tell you my buddy got a vasectomy?
No.
And he sent me pictures
Why?
Huh?
Why?
because he doesn't want to have kids.
He
we
does-
did talk about this.
No, we have not.
He already made the decision. I know we did.
We did not.
Definitely talked about
So stop. How old is he?
25.
Does he have kids?
No.
What the fuck?
Not even a relationship. He has a cat.
He has a cat.
Yes, I absolutely respect his decision. Would you want to have kids now in this sort of
I think
in this society, in this economy? Would you like to have kids in the world we live in today?
Okay,
Think of like the first line of Face Off when him and his wife are talking. It's like, I don't want to have kids. I don't want to subject them to the world today. And he gets his face off.
So, and now we're gonna get into serious terms here. So, I don't know why I'm so phlegmy. It's like I have my jizz in my throat. That slime. I have 4 kids with my wife, and I'm not being a cunt here.
Only 4 kids.
I'm not being a cunt, but my kids are more prepared than other kids. So you make a choice on how your kids are going to be. So if you're going to be a fucked up parent, yeah, I'm not worried about the economy. I'm not worried about the world today. But my daughter just sitting next to you, she's in academia. She's never going to have problems with anything. My daughter in Seattle, if she chooses to stay in her field that she's in, she's never going to have trouble. I don't raise my kids to be us. I'm just saying that's on him. So he's making a decision based on his inability to raise kids. So what he's saying about himself is he's a fuck up.
No,
it's true.
He's a thermonuclear engineer on a submarine. He's gonna get a terrific pension and a job when he's out of the military in like a year.
Mhm.
I figure
He
doesn't want kids. You can get a vasectomy reverse, but I don't think he'd ever go through anything like that.
No, but what he's saying is I don't have the ability to raise kids correctly.
I don't think that's what that's saying at all. That's something very specific. You can say, I don't think I'd be able to raise kids correctly, but he's never said that. He's also he just hates kids.
Well, that would be different if he says I hate
he never
kids.
wants to go through with, because kids are a pain.
No, they're not.
From all you ever do is talk about your kid's corn cob cock, and I never want to get to that point in my life.
Right.
Can of corn cock. I'm sorry.
Can of corn.
And I know if I have a kid, I'm gonna talk about his dick like that, and that's something
yeah.
that kind of scares me.
You gotta
Maybe he thinks that, wow, I'm gonna talk about my kid's dick a lot, so I'm never gonna have a kid. Never have to worry about that.
But making a decision like that, his can be reversed, right? So, it's a fucking horrible. Have you seen it done?
I've seen a vasectomy, and I've also seen his balls after the procedure was done. And
how did they look?
Oh,
were they swollen?
They were very blue.
Really?
And I saw the incision marks, and it was something that.
See, if my wife dies, I'm still open for business because I don't have a vasectomy. That's what I'm saying. So I can still blow loads, even though it's like snot. It's like It's like if you have a really bad sinus infection, that's what my cum is right now. It's just like you throw it at the wall, and it's not going to leave that spot that you threw it at. But I think it's still viable. I think there's still like 1 or 2 cum or sperm that's floating around in it. So I'm still viable.
You got to protect that 6 sperm with your life.
Yeah. Well, no, I'd make her stand on her back and put her legs up in the air for like a week to make sure that it took. You're gonna have to lay there for a while. I'm older and it's slime, but I don't know. I
respect his decision.
Yeah, I don't know, man. You got to.
You have 4 kids, and they're normal kids, so of course you're gonna say that. Wow,
my kids are
I've
abnormal.
never gotten a vasectomy, huh?
My kids are abnormal. He's definitely abnormal over there. He's a wrecking crew. He's going through some vagina, and it's just going to be pain for a lot of women. His best course of action is to find a MILF or a cougar that has lots of money, and then she could take it.
Genetic lottery there.
How is that?
With your 8-inch round peen.
Don't you think that it's okay for people? Here's what gets weird. When somebody wants to ruin somebody, that's like the reason I have a problem with let's say an 18-year-old going out with a 28-year-old because that man is going to ruin her. He has all this experience behind her and behind him and everything else. So he's going to be he's going to do stuff to that 18-year-old that so there is something to be said with people fucking around with each other that are around the same age. That makes sense to me,
Okay.
right? But he's not that guy. He doesn't need to be fucking around. He's okay to move up.
Mhm.
Like he'll shoot his load in like 10 seconds, but she'll just like I did that, and then she'll move
Yeah,
on
what are
because
you 16, of course.
well, 17. Or he's going to be 17 in a couple months, but he's okay with that. He'll be fine. But I have a problem when it's like the other way around. Like I think people should grow up with people of the same age, and they should experience things with people of their own age. I think that's okay.
Okay.
I don't have a problem with your friend. Um,
Kind of sounds like you do.
no, I just it's unusual.
Mhm.
I'm just trying to figure out his thinking behind it. Because if he just doesn't want to have kids because he hates kids, because they shit a lot and they do stuff that you don't want them to do, well, okay, that's cool. But if it's just like you preface this by saying, "Oh, would you want a kid growing up in this world?" I'm gonna
It's
grow.
probably a mixture. It's got to be all sorts of different aspects that he's looking at.
But
that
I'm going to
his
grow my
decision.
kids up properly. I'm going to take the time and I'm going to care about them to make sure that they're okay in the world.
Maybe he just wants to be able to shoot his load without wearing a condom. Apparently, you've got to come 20 times before you can have unprotected sex without worry of a kid.
Is that what it is?
imagine-
Before you empty your balls?
Yes, that 20th load probably has like 3 sperm that are crippled.
I wish my daughter was here. She's a scientist, so she could tell us. What you see to drain a ball sack is 20 loads.
20 loads are 6 to 8 weeks, I think he was saying.
6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah, 20 loads I get through in 3 days. So that's what I.
That's an afternoon when I was your age.
That's,
It's a fucking afternoon.
God, can you imagine if
That's
we
3 hours for Zach in his bedroom by himself.
had...
Our producer.
Oh my God.
Yeah, his
Shooting dust at some
dude,
point.
his socks are so fucking crusty.
You
It's like a
stand up on the
hammer.
road.
I could use them fuckers as a hammer.
Use a banana peel. Use something that you can throw away afterwards. You got to give him that 55-gallon drum of lube.
Yeah.
Got to give him the Costco bin of Astroglide.
I'm all for it. He's still laughing over there.
You are in a house right now, 2 teenagers, and that's just a terrifying aspect.
The amount of people that want to come on here when it's video is a problem.
Yeah.
So hit up like 10 people and they'll all go,
What's wrong with video?
I don't know. I know I'm not the most handsome man in the world, and I'm okay with that.
You don't look like Tom Brady, so you're absolutely right in that aspect.
Dude.
The things that
You know, for his age, he doesn't look bad.
I gag and gargle at the same time. His age,
For his age, he looks fantastic.
he's gonna look fantastic until he's in his 80s.
You know what's weird about the place where we work? Some people look fantastic out there that have been out there for a while, and other people look rough.
Yeah.
And I think it's the coolant.
Any
So-
of the 80 mil is
Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go out there and I'm going to start rubbing coolant all over my body. I'll get cancer,
Mhm.
but I'll look fantastic when I'm in the coffin. That's all that's important, right?
It's very. What you're saying is everyone that works for the 80 mil looks great.
Let's break it down, man.
Okay.
Who all works down there? That's been there for a while.
Brad's been there a while.
Yeah,
Brad-
Brad's got me. Brad's been there the same amount of years as I have been.
Was 7 years in the 80 mil?
8. No, he hasn't been on the 80 mil but a year. There's nobody. Dale.
Dale? Yeah, that's true.
He looks great.
Dale is a
Hey, baby.
terrific looking specimen.
I saw him because he now has a Facebook, and I think his girlfriend must update it.
He has a
But-
girlfriend?
Yeah, or a
Yeah.
wife. I think he's married.
He needs 2 wives.
Why would you say that?
Because
He's that
so
much of a
nice,
man.
He could spread his kindness to 2 different people
Yeah, whatever.
that would deserve his love and affection.
He's a big man. I don't know what it is, but maybe some people take better care of themselves out there or whatever, so they don't look as old as they normally would, and then other people just look fucking horrible.
I think it's the canteen.
You think it's the
I
cantina?
think it's the additives they put in the canteen. Sure, you're looking at it look like Ozzy Osbourne, but you'll live as long as Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah, I like Ozzy.
Uh,
All right, Zach, throw this on me real quick. I think that's enough with the blinking and everything. We really need to get this blinking figured out. I got the lighting system figured out.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
we do look great under the light.
Well, look at the thing on your hair. It separates you. Yeah. Look at that. Oh my God. Look at you. Fantastic. That looks fantastic.
You're gonna see it. I'm gonna see a bald spot on the camera before I see it in the mirror.
Fuck yeah, you will. I don't know if it's we need to update the graphics card or what it is, but something's failing us here. You think it's the connections?
I do think it's the connections because I remember seeing things like that with the HDMIs when I was hooking up TVs. If you had like a 50-foot HDMI,
Mhm.
you'd start to see that kind of
Flickering.
flickering.
And I just got 30-foot cords,
Okay.
but we were seeing it beforehand. Okay, well, I think that's it for our podcast. Thank you for joining us. We'll try to edit this down and try to find something good that came out of it.
Nothing good comes out of these.
You never know.
Something good is. I've never been a Black Sabbath fan or Ozzy Osbourne fan. I don't like his voice.
Who?
Ozzy Osbourne. But I respect him as a person.